Sports Video Group's Jason Dachman. We are at the SVG Summit, and I am with our board member from Turner Sports, Chris Brown, a longtime supporter of SVG. Chris, thanks so much for joining us. Really appreciate it, man.
Thank you very much. It's good to be here.
So, Turner Sports, obviously extremely busy, all kinds of stuff coming up in 2020, but one of the really exciting things is on the Bleacher Report side with the new studio that you guys are opening up at Caesars in Las Vegas. Can you tell me a little about how that project is coming along and what that operation looks like out there for the studio?
Sure. I mean, it actually started off as a kind of a very empty space in terms of it, literally and figuratively, but it's evolved, and I think that's probably the best way to describe that space is it continues to evolve. I mean, it's a fantastic space. The location is great. What we have started to do now is actually really start to flesh out the content platform that's going to surround it and that's going to support it. And they've been operating out of there weekly since the start of the NFL season, which has been fantastic. And then very soon, they're really going to start to kick into high gear their game show, which is going to operate out of there once a week, essentially every Thursday. So that's really exciting.
That's when it'll really heat up, yeah.
Oh, without a doubt. And I think, we did a taste of it this past Thursday. I had a chance to go out and watch and sort of see and gauge sort of the interest of the folks that were in the book. And I would tell you, it was actually pretty amazing watching how, the folks that are sitting in there, they really got into it.
Cool, very cool.
It was a very nice, friendly, kind of laid back, fan-friendly, bit of entertainment while you're at the book. It was very good.
That's great. Yeah, well, we'll be visiting that studio during CES. SVG has a little event that you guys are kind enough to host, so we're excited about that. Now, on the linear broadcast side, pretty exciting. You guys got a new truck this past year. New digs are always exciting. Tell me a little bit about NEP's SS8 and how you guys have been utilizing it.
So SS8, its primary responsibility for us, for Turner, is to do NBA on TNT on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Like all new truck builds, it wasn't without its trials, but admittedly, one of the things that we talked about is the paradigm shift that truck represented to the industry as one of the first, and if not the first, all native 2110 production facility was just phenomenal. And realistically, the challenges that we sort of worked our way through along with NEP, I've definitely seen in the baseband video days, I've seen a lot worse. But it was by many counts, I would consider it to be successful, and we've learned a lot. We've learned a lot.
It was a massive step forward, let's be honest, an entirely SMPTE 2110 IP-based truck. Everyone has done pieces, and of course there are other facilities that are IP-based, but they really went in head first, as did you guys.
They did, and I think it was one of the things that we talked about when we were making the decision to go with this truck is just the timeliness of it. Yep. Like, this was the time. If you're going to make the move, to do anything short of what NEP put together in this truck would not have been smart for them. For that matter, even for us on some level.
You would have been behind the curve at that point. Yeah.
And so to be able to take that step and to take it cautiously, that is to say that, NEP had a good bit of experience that they had learned from, sure, and that they developed from. So all in all, I'd say it was a really good project. And we're all definitely very happy about the truck. We're definitely excited about it.
That's great. Well, we're going to see it on one of the biggest events of the year next year. You guys are always go all out for NBA AllStar game weekend. My goodness, it's as big of a show as you guys will do a lot of the times with all kinds of fun toys. Maybe you give us a little bit of a preview of what we can expect at AllStar this year.
So AllStar it's definitely going to be a little bit more exciting. There are, our hope is to continue to build upon everything that we've learned on years past with AllStar. Be interesting to see what twists the NBA bring to the event itself, as they're always looking to sort of help reinvent AllStar, or at least small pieces of it to make it entertaining for the fans and to make it compelling to cover from a storyline standpoint. So, we're definitely looking forward to what AllStar is going to bring for us this year. And we're also hoping to be able to look into some new technologies, things like virtualized edits, things of that sort. That's one of the areas that we're looking in. And I think it's probably just the beginning.
Very cool. Well, we're excited for it, Chris. We'll be there. We'll see you there. And really appreciate you taking the time. Always a pleasure.
Thank you very much, Jason.
Stay tuned for more news from the SVG Summit at sportsvideo.org.